Peace, everyone. It's Jeff Staple here. You know, I've dedicated the last 25 years of my life to honing my craft. And one of my early goals was to allow different people to enter my world through different portals. It could be street fashion, it could be sneaker culture, it could have been the creative agency, one of the podcast episodes, maybe one of my classes. Hell, some of you might not know anything about me, but you just really love pigeons. But whatever door you enter through, the important thing was to form a global community around not only my work, but the work of everyone that I ever had the honor of collaborating with. And we saw our creations come alive in the subculture, and then of course into pop culture. We hustled to get seen in physical stores and print magazines, and then on blogs, drop sites, and digital marketplaces. And now we are seeing it transform in the metaverse. So what's the metaverse to me? In short, it's community, but in the virtual. It's ownership for those who participate and contribute. It's also the ability to create without the constraints of the physical world. There's no minimum order quantities, no supply chain issues, no middlemen, or any of the costs involved in starting a new thing. And now we have the freedom to change how we think about art, design, fashion, music, and the culture. Anything is possible now. The only thing we have to do is dream it and then build it together. So how did I end up here? A few years ago, my good friend Steve over at Kindred Ventures gave me an early glimpse into the metaverse. And he connected me with Jacob and Dee over at Zora, and I did my first physical crypto drop. And then in May of 2021, the teams at Artifact and Bitsky shepherded me into my first NFT collection. And then Gary Vee showed me how an NFT could be more than just a digital collectible. So for the past 6 months, I've been learning, exploring, and designing a long-term vision with Steve and my man Benny, who helped build CryptoKitties and NBA Top Shot at Dapper Labs, along with an incredible team. And now today is the day to bring the entire community I've been building along for the ride, together on our own platform into our own future. Sure, I could have made another NFT. Probably would have been a decent investment. But why stop there when for the first time there are no boundaries? Could I offer a cool visual? Yes. Utility? Yes. Access? Check. How about a narrative though? A whole new world? How about a whole new universe? And this is what I call the Stapleverse, a place where anything that we can dream of can become a reality. And you'll soon see that the operative word there is we. Because while anything is possible in the metaverse, Stapleverse has to be built on the foundation that I've been laying for the last quarter century in the physical world. You know, I started my brand in the mid-90s in downtown New York City. The greatest city in the world was my muse. And I got my ideas out into the world through physical forms of art, like drawing, photography, screen printing, lithography. So it's massively important to me that when I embark on this new adventure, I honor that history and energy. And I want to show all creatives and artists that no matter what you create, your work should exist in the metaverse. And if it's not, you're missing out on one of the greatest opportunities in an artist's life. Because until now, creatives had to rely on other institutions to market and monetize their work, forfeiting equity and control. But in the metaverse, everyone has a fair share in the creative output. The artist, the collaborator, the platform, and most importantly, you, the zealots. I know my sneakers wouldn't be going for 6 figures and my NFTs wouldn't be breaking records without the community, the fans, and the zealots. It's not about reselling and flipping either. It never has been. If it does, great. But I do this for me and the people who support. The Stapleverse is going to be a decentralized cooperative, which means that everyone watching and reading this can take part in the process and in the wins. You know, art should never be about or. Is it good or bad? Worthy or unworthy? Cool or uncool? Valuable or worthless? Art should always be both. Everyone is invited and we all have a place here. And there's that word again, we. You know, back in '97, I created a tagline for Staple that we still use today. A positive social contagion. Positive to move forward. Social for the people, by the people. Contagion, something that spreads. A positive social contagion. And today, the metaverse has a new saying for this, but with the exact same spirit. We all gonna make it. Wag me.